Really excited here, wrapping up Seattle's inaugural season. Glad you guys jumped onto the stream here. Feeling really thankful. All we've seen happen this year, and a lot of lifelong dreams kind of came to fruition. That's for sure. So welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining in tonight. Ty, thanks for joining in, man. I appreciate it. We're going to talk a little bit about today's game, have some fun, recap that loss in Winnipeg earlier today. Coming to you live again here from the Sasquatch studio for one last episode of Post-Game Rapid Reaction. I'm your host, Mike. I really love doing this for you guys. I'm Seattle Sasquatch over on Twitter. If you follow me there, that's great. Really pleased to have you here, whether you're watching live, maybe tomorrow, the replay later in the week, as we usually say here. Just glad to be a small part of that post-game routine for you guys. And another quick show. Gonna close out the season. Do me a huge favor, guys. Hit that subscribe button if you like what we're doing on this channel. And as always, I appreciate the support. So tonight I'm gonna give you that rapid reaction, the way I saw things go for your Seattle Kraken against the Jets. Kraken out on the road in Winnipeg to close this out, the inaugural expansion season. They won their last game at Climate Pledge Arena against San Jose 3-0, an electric night, an emotional night, a lot of just good vibes going on in the crowd and all over the arena. Really cool to see there. And I got to be a part of that. And man, everybody was just really having a great time. Got to meet some new people, see some familiar faces, and some people traveled in. Really amazing to see the response on closing night on a season that was, not the greatest, but very memorable in a lot of ways. So Jets trying to finish things on a positive note in a largely meaningless game other than, the implications on draft positioning. So, Mike logging in. Thanks for jumping on here. Great to see you guys and closing it out the right way. Wanted to do one last stream here and wrap it up before we move into the playoffs. Got some things coming for that and into the offseason for the draft and the lotteries coming up and all that great stuff. So let's talk a little bit about it. Jets, a disappointing season, right? They they came in tonight 38, 32, and 11. That was sixth in the Central Division. And earlier, actually mid-season, Paul Maurice, their former head coach, now surprisingly resigned mid-season, saying they needed a new voice as he stepped away. Really classy guy. Kind of an interesting situation, though, how that all went. And gonna have to see what Winnipeg's got in store for the future. Their draft position will be kind of interesting because they're not up there in the top 5. We're just gonna have to see what goes on out there. I'm not super familiar with the makeup of that team and where they want to go, but a lot of familiar players: Blake Wheeler, Kyle Connor. So they've been close over the years, and now it kind of feels like maybe they're falling off a little bit. Maybe they have to reset and see where they're going to go. So the Kraken coming in tonight, like I said, riding that high from Fan Appreciation Night at Climate Pledge Arena, came in 27, 48, and 6, hoping to notch another win. I mean, secretly, we were kind of hoping for that loss just so they would finish in the third position at the bottom of the league. So that would improve their lottery odds just by a couple percentage points. Last in the Pacific, as we've talked about many times throughout the year. Unfortunately, it's been a struggle. But with that said, let's get into it. I want to do that one last rapid reaction for season 1. I think I had the music queued up right this time. We'll see. But yeah, there we go. So I'm going to give you my take. If you guys want to hit me with your take in the chat, that would be fantastic. I'll try to respond throughout the night. I love hearing what you guys saw on the ice. I was a little bit busy today, but I was able to catch the recap, and I tuned in throughout the afternoon at a little bit of a family event, so that's, for me, always priority 1. But yeah, so the Kraken come in, first period, right? We've got Drieger in net, last regular season start for your Kraken. He had that shutout in the game prior against San Jose, so he's getting that back-to-back start. Eric Comrie in net for the Winnipeg Jets. Kraken kind of settle in. They get a couple of chances early, nothing too dangerous. Winnipeg pushes back just a little bit, and a little bit of back and forth, sorting things out. So just about 4 minutes into the period, you got Matty Beniers up there at the top of the offensive zone, getting a little careless with a pass and a turnover. Jets take it quickly. They pounce on it 2-on-1, rush down to the other into the ice, and Harkins passes to Morgan Barron there. He goes top shelf to get that first goal of the game for the Jets. And, Maddie, got to be careful there at the top of the zone when you're puck handling a little bit. He's human, folks, right? He's a young guy. Sometimes he's going to make some mistakes as he develops, and that's okay. So the Kraken trying to settle things back in after that, and they generate a bulk of shots through the first period. Maybe not a bulk, but the majority. They were up 10-8, I believe, on the shot clock at that point. So a decent job getting some offense moving despite that first early goal. So we go into the second period, and in the back of your mind, you're kind of thinking, well, if the Kraken drop this one, that's fine. Just helps our draft spot a little bit. No big deal. It's a matinee. We'd up our percentage just a couple points for the first overall pick. So you begin to settle that in your mind. The Kraken have other plans, though, right? Yeah. Mike's saying it's all part of the learning experience for Matty Beniers, right? He's going to develop. It's going to take time. He's going to make mistakes. So we got to give him that rope to, a little bit of slack at times. He's just 19 years old. Wow. Anyways. Okay, so second periods we've talked about. You think that Kraken are probably going to let this one get away. Dreeks had to make a couple saves early. All sorts of pressure in his crease. He made a huge diving save across there at one point. Giant save. It felt like it kind of energized the Kraken a little bit. The Jets also hit a post, and feeling a little fortunate after that. So we go 14:04 left in the second. Kraken break down the Winnipeg defense there. Nice little setup. McCann, good cross-ice pass at the top of the offensive zone over there to Matty Beniers. He takes a shot. It kind of gets deflected and trickles down into the corner, and then he gets down there. He steals the puck away. He looks up, finds McCann on the opposite doorstep, just waiting there by himself, cross ice. McCann takes that, and he kind of hesitates, and then he sends it right through the crease there to Winberg. And Winberg taps it home to tie the game 1-1. Beautiful play. Great awareness by McCann and Beniers there. And you like to see that. So we go under 8 minutes now left in the second. Winnipeg trying to change lines. A little bit of a lazy change. Kraken catch him. And Victor Rask with a quick stretch pass up ice finds Bouillot, who enters quickly, kind of dishes to Sprong, who's flashing through the middle, and Sprong buries one. Makes it 2-1 Kraken. Another great play. And wow, second period looking good for once. So just about a minute later, Kraken pounce again. They come into the zone. Winberg operating on the sideboard there, kind of deking around with the puck. Sends a pass right in front of the net to Shahan, and he taps it home. Makes it 3-1. We've got 3 unanswered goals, and the Kraken take over the game, but Winnipeg's not done yet. We go to the third period. Kraken with the edge on the shot clock, still 24-13, but then things start to go wrong. Kraken getting all sorts of discombobulated in their own end, and the Jets start just piling on the chances. Drieger doing his best. A little bit of a collapse from, a lot of bit of collapse from the Kraken defensively. Jets 15-11 left in the third. They win a face-off. Nice set play. Just pops over to Blake Wheeler there. Nice little slap shot. And top of the slot there over Drieger's shoulder. It's 3-2 now. Jets operating again in the Kraken zone, just under 13 minutes. They kind of cycle low to high. Harkins, a couple of great passes tonight, and another one right here. Cross-ice one-timer to Dominic Poninato, and the Jets tie it at 3-3. Kraken meltdown is in full scale. Drieger's trying to do his best. He's making some good saves still, about around 12 minutes left in the third. Jets kind of have an odd man rush, and you love seeing the battle from Driegs there, but they just keep coming. Kyle Connor, 10:55 left in the third, buries one. It comes all the way around behind the net. They center it right in front of Kyle Connor's right there. He's untouched, and the Kraken not playing very good defense there as Winnipeg took the lead 4-3, and that would basically be it. The Kraken, they did a good job of securing the third last spot for draft positioning, but they didn't finish this game so well, and they fall in Winnipeg to close out their first inaugural expansion season. Bright spot there, Matty B getting another point tonight. He scored in 9 of his first 10 games. Really great to see him do well, despite maybe a couple Not so great plays tonight, but like we said, young guy, he's going to make some mistakes, and he also makes some really great plays too. So let's take a couple of your comments here. We got Ty saying back at the beginning of the stream, so he was first back on defense there too. I'll take it. So Ty referring to we were talking a little bit earlier about kind of making things up for things going wrong a little bit earlier in the game, and Michael saying, "Hey friends, what's up?" Mike up there in Fort McMurray, Alberta, Canada. Or sorry, not Alberta, Fort McMurray, Canada. And yeah, great to have you along on the stream, and appreciate the support. Really great to have you guys. Ty saying, third period, the most Driegs period I've seen. Rebound control. What is that? Yeah, so I mean, he was really battling. I thought he battled pretty well in the net, but he definitely those rebounds start getting a little crazy. And it kind of feeds the chaos, I think, with the way the defense is structured. And sometimes you'll see teams collapse to help clean up rebounds and things like that. And I don't think the Kraken are quite there yet with having that all coordinated together. We'll have to see how things change next year. But yeah, he's got to work on that a little bit. You do see Grew with a little bit of a tighter handle on his rebound control, it seems like. And just have to see. We've talked a lot about the 1A, 1B combo. I think Grew's kind of going to be the guy when we start off next year. But Driegs is right there. He's got a lot of potential. I love what I've seen from him in flashes. Maybe got to build on that consistency. And like Ty's mentioning, some of that rebound control needs to be improved just a little bit. But Mike also mentioning Maddie and this team are going to be more fun and exciting next season. And that's really the theme for me. Like we had a great year. Really exciting, kind of building to the future. We've got a lot of draft picks coming and a lot of positive things that we can look forward to. So it's going to be great. Can't wait. I wanted to go through the scoring recap here real quick in the game stats. Let's take a quick look at that as we go forward through this last stream of the year for me. Threw it together pretty quick tonight. Was busy today, but had to get it done because I really wanted to just put a bow on my first season streaming and being a part of the Kraken community and having a great time with you guys. So we got shots on goal here at the top there, 34 Seattle, 27 for Winnipeg. And we've talked about this a few times now, going through the last few weeks of the season. Seattle has not been very good in the face-off circle. So I don't know if that's indicative of where they're at personnel-wise, or just things kind of fell off a bit. But I thought they were, and I'd have to look. Honestly, I have to go look at the stats. But I thought they were better with face-offs a little earlier, maybe mid-season. So yeah, power play 1-for-1 tonight, Winnipeg, and that's great. You love seeing Seattle score that power play goal, which doesn't happen a whole lot. Winnipeg 0-for-1. Eric Van Adder jumping in. Defense lapses are the story of the season for sure. Like the structure of the D and cleaning things up in your own end and helping Grew and helping Drieger. Like Ty mentioned, sometimes the rebounds get a little bit out of control, so you got to be able to collapse and adjust and, hand off a guy coming through your zone to another guy, and just see guys not paying attention. A lot of players from the opposing team have snuck down through lanes here in the last few games, and you got to have your head on a swivel, right? You got to see where people are in the defensive zone and keep track, and especially if they're good scorers and in good positions to score goals. So got to improve, and we will, but it's going to take some time. Thanks for logging in, Eric. Good to see you. Good to hear from you. Leroy Jenkins says that in beer prices. Yeah, beer prices a little steep. Hopefully, maybe we could take the edge off of those a little bit. I will say we did find a nice little treat down in the main concourse. I think it was like a Jack Daniels type of drink, and you really get a good bang for your buck there. So check that out, and then maybe hit a beer after that, and then you're at about a $30 night drink-wise. Okay, just a little tip. Eric mentioning too, lots to look forward to with Matty B. Absolutely, completely agree. Can't wait to see this kid develop. Got a bright future. Going to be really excited to see who they bring in to complement him and help him build and grow and develop and all those fantastic things that we can't wait to see happen in Seattle. Shots by period. Okay, so decent start, 10-8. And we really had a great second period. You see that improvement in the second period. They've been kind of a bleak area lately, and I like to see that second period improve. But the third period, unfortunately, was a big fall off, and Winnipeg took it over and won the game. But we improved our draft position just a little bit, so that's okay. Tyson, good bang for your buck. This is why we get along so well. I mean, these are real life problems, right? Like, I've got to pay for tickets, and then I got to get there, and then usually the family's going to want some ice cream and some food, and by the time we get to the end of the night, I'm like, man, I'm not sure what was cheaper, the concessions or the tickets. So I think everybody feels that pain, especially nowadays. Prices kind of going up, but I'm not complaining at all. Love having a team, love having a state-of-the-art arena, and really, really happy to be there. And we have a fantastic time every time we go. We find a way to make it work. And got to share that with a lot of friends this year and take them along, and can't wait to keep it going. So Ty, I also have the heat map for you here. This is all situations, nothing special really to point out. You just see a lot of heat down low tonight. That's where all the goals were. Nothing really sticking out at me too much, but yeah, I like to throw the heat map in there for Ty. He's a big heat map guy. And a big bang for your buck guy too. Oh, I mean, there's a good tip. I usually get food and initial drinks way before going to CPA, so also very good strategy. Go to the Armory ahead of time. Pre-game there. All right, save yourself a few dollars before you get in the door. Okay, so let's look at Stanley Cup playoffs coming up here. I'm going to try to do a couple preview videos here as we go in. I didn't have enough time to put them together today, and guess what? The playoffs start tomorrow. Got to kind of buckle up and get in, get ready to go. We've got some great matchups. I think Calgary's going to be the team over there in the West. I was really leaning towards Colorado, but I really like Calgary this year. I think the team to keep an eye on is maybe Los Angeles, maybe Minnesota. A little bit of surprise there. I did see that ESPN in their previews picked the Nashville Predators to go to the conference finals, so that was interesting. I didn't see who wrote that article, but pretty bold pick there. I'm not sure I would go that direction with it, but Tyson, Seattle map has been improving. We didn't see that up front activity for so. Yeah, and it's good to see, going back to the heat map real quick, it's good to see a lot of those shots down low, right? I'd rather see that and them lose than a bunch of shots from the point and it be, 3-1 or something like that. So I like seeing the high danger chance areas utilized by Seattle, even in a losing effort at the end of the season. It's kind of the way it goes. Love to hear from you guys. Who do you think's coming out of the West as we kind of get towards the end of the stream here? Who's coming out of the East? Who's your favorite? Who's your dark horse? Let's talk about that real quick. In the East, you've got Florida facing the Caps. Caps with Ovechkin a little bit banged up, right? Missed the last few games of the season. Florida kind of recharged this year. They've got a prolific offense. Goaltending, you've got Sergei Bobrovsky, and he can be a really big difference maker if he's on his game. So we'll have to see what happens there. I do think that Florida, even though they won the President's Trophy, they still have this under-the-radar feel to them. So we'll see what happens. Probably going to be very largely dependent on whether Ovechkin's healthy or not in that series. Then you've got Toronto and Tampa. And, congratulations, Toronto, on your great season. Guess what? You get to play the back-to-back Stanley Cup defending champions. So good luck. They've got a lot of depth. They're probably going to be a little bit tired because they've gone deep and won those Stanley Cups now 2 years in a row. But we'll see. Austin Matthews, Mitch Marner. They've got quite a team there, and I can't wait to watch that series. I'm going to be so dialed in for the playoffs, and it's amazing that they start tomorrow. So I'm used to them starting like midweek, so that's kind of cool. Tyson, Wild versus Blues, and Tampa Bay versus Leafs would be epic. I like the sound of that. I do like that. Or should be epic, yeah. So Preds did have the Avs through the regular season, so that's something to keep an eye on. Sometimes teams just have the other team's number. So anything can happen. I've seen so many things happen in the NHL playoffs over the years. Just crazy results. 8 seeds over 1 seeds many times in the past. Really interesting. So another one there, Boston, Carolina. Carolina had one of their best seasons ever. And again, congratulations, because you get to face the Boston Bruins out of the Atlantic, one of the best teams in the league, one of the toughest places to play. Hard-nosed team, great coaching, great goalie tandem there. Got to deal with Marchand, Bergeron, and they brought over Hampus Lindholm from Anaheim. Just a wealth of amazing players there. Boston always a tough out in the playoffs. And then you've got Pittsburgh and the Rangers. Pittsburgh, kind of interesting. Not really sure. I feel like maybe the Rangers might have the edge in that series, but just going to have to see what happens. Michael saying, going out on a limb and going with Tampa and Calgary in the finals. That is not a very bold prediction, but I like the honesty. Honestly, I'm okay with that. I very easily could see Calgary come out of the West. I think I'm going to root for Florida just because I've got that. I followed Jumbo Joe growing up, and I really love that guy, and I'm hoping the best for him. But yeah, down deep, I'm thinking that this might be the year Toronto makes it happen. Finally slay the demons and the dragons, get the monkey off the back, and get through the playoffs into the cup. It'd be really cool to see Austin Matthews rise to the occasion and shine in the playoffs. I kind of feel like maybe it's time. Like, this might just be the year. Anyhow, really cool. Really love hearing from you guys what your thoughts are going into the playoffs. Oh, Ty also mentioning that Saros is banged up. So, that could be a difference maker again, right? Or the goaltending situation in Nashville. And also mentioning Rangers, low-key for me, but goaltending, right. Goaltending huge in the playoffs, could go deep. Anytime a goaltender gets hot in the playoffs, watch out, because I've seen teams that have no business moving forward get a hot goaltender, and there they go into the second round, and then again, just moving forward, surprising everybody. It happens. Seems like it happens all the time. Anyhow, really fun stream tonight. Really appreciate all the input from you guys. Let's take a quick look ahead here. We've got a couple things to talk about. Again, Stanley Cup playoffs starting tomorrow. So get your multiple screens ready, your phone, your tablet, your TV, your computer. Try to get every game on possible that you can, because it's quite a ride. If you've never watched the playoffs before in the NHL, try to pick out a couple matches, really focus on those matches, and just watch as the drama and the theater unfold. And as the intensity continues to ratchet up through the series, you start to notice all those nuances and just the competitive nature and level of the players, and they're just willing to put it all on the line. That's what I love about hockey and the NHL. Players just put it all on the line every night, and then the playoffs come and they do it times 20, and usually the arenas are just completely insane, and the environment and the atmosphere. Can't wait for Seattle to get there someday. Should be amazing once we do, because I've already seen how the arena responds in a somewhat lackluster expansion, first expansion season, but still a lot to be proud of. A lot of things went well, just, not the results we were hoping for, but that's okay. We're going to get there, and can't wait to experience that with you guys as we build the team. So another reminder, we've got the draft lottery May 10th, right? So that's when we're going to find out when we're going to find out what draft spot the Kraken have, and they've got a great shot at the top 3. Definitely going to be in the top 5. I think that's a certainty. So we're gonna get a great player coming out of there, and again, another great thing to look forward to. Mike Burton mentioning just total difference of atmosphere in the playoffs, and until you experience it, there's nothing like it. It's just amazing. So can't wait to see that happen sometime soon in the future. Another quick reminder, we've got that NHL entry draft July 7th and 8th. We're going to maybe try to do a watch along, trying to assemble a cast of characters for that, so keep that in the back of your mind. Big thanks again, Brandon Seeley from the 32 crew dropped by this weekend, did a live stream. If you didn't see it, go check it out. I'll try to leave a link either here in the video or down in the description. Great guy, great organization, and the fan group for Seattle continues to build. Love the momentum as we go forward. Again, thanks a lot, guys. Really appreciate all the input tonight. Going to wrap up the first season here at Sasquatch NHL for your Kraken, and really had a great time. So stay tuned. Got a couple segments coming here soon. Got that interview with Paul Buxton. I'm going to chop that out, try to post a few videos from that. Going to try to do a couple of watch-alongs during the Stanley Cup playoffs. Like I said, draft lottery coverage, and possibly a watch-along during the NHL entry draft. So stay tuned. Keep coming back. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. Love having you guys drop by. All the support helps me keep doing this on the side. And, love interacting with you guys. So that's going to do it for me tonight. Really want to thank you for tuning in, getting involved, interacting, and we'll talk to you again real soon. Until next time, have a great night. We'll catch you guys out on another stream real soon. Thanks, guys. Talk to you soon, okay?